Learning a new language can be incredibly hard. It's not something that you can learn overnight. It's not something that can be forced into your brain in some way. To learn a new language, you have to be able to eliminate all those things that you already know and that are already in your brain about your mother tongue language, and you actually have to start from scratch with new rules. Do not be fooled by those who say that it's easy or that they have learned a language in 1 month. Okay, you can try to do that, but you will end up studying and practicing day and night. And probably those people can simply go about and be understood. They don't know the full language. Think of when you learned your mother tongue language. Do you remember? How long did it take you to master it? Children start saying a couple of words around the age of 2. Some earlier, some later, no fixed rule on this. And they add new words and structures as they go. Then, once they begin to go to school, they start to focus on grammar and they begin to break down the different structures, right? So, let me ask you this. If it took you many years to learn your first language, why do you pretend to learn a second, completely different language in 2 months? Sei pazzo? The other thing to think about is that just like little children, we all have our own pace. This is not a race. It's pleasure and fun with a sparkle of joy when you reach your goal. Sometimes what is truly hard when you're learning a new language is keeping up the motivation. Obviously, if you're motivated to learn Italian because you met a handsome man or woman and want to talk to him or her so as to meet and happily live together, well, you might have a little extra push. But if your motivation is simply driven by personal interest, sometimes it can drift away from you. So, what can you do to stay on track? You can find a method that fits for you. If the method isn't good for you, you will not be motivated to continue, or you will feel like you're the stupid person that is not able to learn a second language, and that everybody's learning a second language and I'm not, and you're gonna cry all day. Well, trust me, I see this in many of my students, and you just need to find your way. Here are some possible methods. You can eliminate the grammar and go with conversations only. This is actually one of my favorite ways of learning. Throw yourself in, find a community, online or offline, or a mother tongue tutor, and speak, speak, speak. Parla, parla, parla. You could watch short videos in Italian. Surf YouTube, there are plenty of videos. I will link some channels here below. Give yourself a goal. For example, by the end of this week, I want to be able to understand all the different words and sentences in this short video. So like, day 1, you listen to the video and you watch it. Day 2, you pause and you take notes on the new words. Day 3, you try to use those words in sentences that make sense for you. Day 4, you can rewatch it as many times as possible until you have retained the structure. Okay, you get my point. Day after day, set yourself a goal. You can learn vocabulary by inserting it into a context that makes sense for you. You can check out the vocabulary video for more ideas on how to do this. I've explained some tricks for you that you could follow and that could actually help you. You could read an Italian magazine. I'm not saying the Divina Commedia. I'm talking about short articles that are of interest for you. Give yourself goals that you can reach. If you have a full life schedule with family and work, you might not always have that extra time to sit down and learn something new. If learning at the end of the day is too tiring for you, try to wake up 20 or 30 minutes before your usual time and use those minutes to focus on a language task. For example, today I want to learn all the vocabulary on food, or today I want to listen to a song in Italian and understand the text. Give yourself little goals every day. Learn a new language with your friend, your partner, your husband, your wife, your aunt, your mom, your dad. Well, you get the point, right? Some people are more motivated when they have a sidekick, so somebody that can help them or that they actually can support in case of doubts. Once, one of my teachers told me that the best way of learning something was to explain it to another person. So why not give this a try? I used to repeat my Spanish lessons to my dog. Hey, whatever floats your boat, right? Ask yourself, why do I want to learn this language? Is it so important to me? If the answer is yes, then repeat this motivation to yourself until you get back on track. In any case, do not give up. If you are at that point of your motivational wheel, contact a tutor, rewatch my videos, or send me a message, an email, and I will try to help you to get back on track. In any way, please always remember that it can be a long process, but it's not supposed to be a tedious and boring one. If that's the case, then you need to change something. Or maybe you can check out my website at italianlanguagehub.com and find there your motivation.